Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Recently, I received an email from a viewer and he asked me about washing vegetables. When did you wash them? How did you wash them? And also, is it necessary to wash them? When I was growing up in Hong Kong, I remember our family washed all the vegetables before they cook. And the reason was simple, because the vegetable just comes in dirty. Now, I used to wash all my vegetables as well. And now I still wash some of my vegetables, but some I do not wash at all before I cook them. And I will explain to you the reason why. First of all, let me explain the reason why people wash vegetables in the first place. There are three reasons. Reason number one, if the vegetable has contaminated particular materials. These are materials such as sand, mud, soil, or even bugs. The second reason is that people wash the vegetable because they want to remove any microorganism that might associate with the vegetables. And the third reason is to remove any chemical that are associated with the vegetables, such as pesticides. And for me, the most important reason to wash vegetables is to remove any dirt or bugs associated with the vegetables. When I was growing up in Hong Kong, my family washed the vegetables all the time because the vegetable always comes in dirty. Many of them picked directly from the farm and they went to the market. So the vegetable is associated with a lot of soil and dirt. And if you don't wash them, the vegetable will taste gritty. And therefore today, I still wash whatever vegetable that I purchase if I think they are dirty with this kind of a particular material associated with them, then I will wash them. The second reason that people wash their vegetables is to remove any microbial contaminations, such as bacteria, viruses, or fungi. However, it is impossible to remove microbial organisms associated with the vegetable just simply by washing them. You actually have to disinfect them, but that will alter the texture and flavor of the vegetable, which will not be good. So consequently, when I was growing up, even though we wash vegetables all the time, we assume that it is not possible to remove the microorganisms. So the vegetable is always being cooked first before being served. Now, when I first came to the United States, I remember I noticed that at the university cafeteria, people actually eat raw vegetables, such as in a salad. I was aghast people doing that, because I always consider you should never eat raw vegetables before you cook them, because no matter how much you wash them, you are not going to remove any microbial contaminations. And the third reason that people wash vegetables are because of any chemical contamination, such as pesticide being used on the vegetables. I think that is a very legitimate concern, and I probably will feel the same and wash the vegetables before I use them for cooking. Anytime when you wash vegetables, you include moisture, and moisture is the enemy of shelf life. Moisture promotes microbial growth even if you store them in refrigerated temperature. And for this reason, as dry as possible, you should keep your vegetable in your plastic containers. If you do wash them, you should dry them thoroughly before you store them away. So this is the guideline that I use for washing my vegetables. When I want to advance prep my vegetables, I will look at the vegetable first. If they look clean to me, and a lot of time this is the case in today's supermarket, the food producer already washed the vegetables in advance and dried them before they package them. Then I will store the vegetable directly in the plastic container without washing them. Now, only of those type of vegetables that I purchase from the supermarket or grocery store that looks dirty, then I will wash them first. In this case, after washing them, I will let them air dry for about a couple hours before I put on the cover and store them in the refrigerator. Since I'm going to cook the vegetable before I eat them, I'm not worried about microbial contaminations. In this case, all I'm concerned is to make sure that any particular materials or dirt that might associate with the vegetable will be washed away. So you might ask, what did you think about chemical contamination, that the pesticides that are being used on some of the vegetables? That I agree. I'm concerned about that too. However, I decided I'm going to compromise. If the vegetables looks good enough that I do not need to wash them, I will not wash them so that I will increase their shelf life in the refrigerator. But this is only the case with vegetables that I know that they do not often are being sprayed with pesticides. And this includes vegetables as many of different types of squashes and pepper. Those rarely sprayed with pesticides. And if I really want to be fully certain, then I will buy the organic versions of these vegetables. When you go online, you will find a list of fruit and vegetables that are being sprayed by pesticides as part of the commercial production. In this case, for those vegetables, I will either buy the organic versions or I will wash them. And in this case, I usually store them first in my plastic container after I prep them, and then I will only remove the amount that I want to use for a particular dish, and I wash them before I cook them. I find that the cleanliness of vegetables has increased in quality over the years. Today, many of the vegetables will be washed by the producer before they being packed in plastic packages. This makes advanced prepping much simpler. However, since most of my vegetables will be cooked, I'm not worried about any microbial contamination. However, if any vegetables, even the ones that are prepped in such a way that look clean to me, but if I'm going to eat it raw, such as in a vegetable tray, then I will wash them first. Most of the time when you purchase vegetables from supermarket, they comes in already in a dry form. However, there are some vegetables that come in wet, and one example was pointed out by one of the viewers who wrote to me is that it's bean sprout. Bean sprout always appear to be wet. So in this case, you have a challenge because the moisture will cause the bean sprouts to stay only for a few days before they go bad. There are many similar vegetables like this. Again, moisture is the enemy of shelf life. And in this case, the only approach to take is to use them as soon as possible. So the last question that the viewer asked me is that if you do wash the vegetable, how did you wash them? And I find that the best way is to wash them with water. I certainly will not use soap or vinegar. There are actually vegetable washing solution that you can purchase. I will not use that either. As a microbiologist, I recognize that washing the vegetable will reduce the amount of microorganisms associated with it, but it is not possible to remove them completely. Therefore, cooking your vegetable is the best way to ensure that they are safe. So this is my suggestions and recommendations about washing vegetables. I hope you find this video useful. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine. If you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.